Hi guys, it's Tom from GYMS.co.uk. Today what we're going to cover is our foam rolling sequence. So I think first of all it's important to explain when to foam roll. So the main time to foam roll is before training. The reason why we foam roll is basically what we're looking to do is we're looking to lengthen the muscle fibres and get rid of what's called adhesions in the fascia. So if you imagine this is a muscle fibre from here, what happens is we get knots in the muscle fibre, as I mentioned before, adhesions in the fascia, and they look something like this. So when we come to stretch, what actually happens is we tighten up these muscle fibres further. So what this does is this puts more pressure through the joint. So if we move through our foam rolling sequence, what we're going to do is we're going to lengthen those muscle fibres, so when we come to stretch and do our dynamic mobilisation work, we're actually going to be stretching loose fibres as opposed to tangled ones. So the first one we're going to do is the IT band, so side of the leg. So from here what I'm going to do is get the foam roll through the top part of the hip, get right hand on the floor, left forearm on the floor, and then I'm going to take my leg across. I'm going to roll through nice and slowly, so I'm going to roll through for 4, so 1, 2, 3, 4, up to the top of the knee, and then slowly rolling back through from there, nice and steady. So typically speaking, it depends on how tight the area is. Generally speaking, my IT band tends to be quite tight, so I'd probably spend sort of 30 seconds or so rolling through this area. And again, it's nice and slow. And if you find any sore spots, what you do is just sit on those for a few seconds and just work through those areas nice and gently, rolling through, obviously working through both sides. So next one in our foam rolling sequence, what we're going to do is do the front part of the quads, to this position here. So what I'm going to do is take the foam roll, again nice and low on the knee, put the forearms on the floor. I'm going to spread this leg out like eagle position. So if I change sides so you can see, from there taking that leg nice and wide, forearms on the floor. From there I'm going to roll through up to the top of the knee, and then slowly rolling back to the top of the hip there, working through that hip flexor as well. So I normally do this because the quad's quite long, I normally do it in sections of 3. So first of all I'd work through the lower section, backwards and forwards, loosening off from there. And then work through the middle section again, looking for those little sore spots. And then slowly working up to the top section from there, through that hip flexor at the top. Okay, so next one, inside the legs. So with this one we're going to turn the foam roll to 45 degrees. You're going to lay on the side, we're going to put it really low on the knee from there. It's going to be like a breaststroke position with the leg. And then I'm going to turn the hips into the floor and then roll through that inside portion of the leg backwards and forwards. And again, I'd work through these in 3. So nice slow tempo, working through the lower portion. And then from there, working through the middle portion backwards and forwards. And then right up at the top. So I typically spend sort of 15 seconds on each area from there. So quickly moving on. Next one's the calves. So we're going to take the foam roll from there. We're going to take one leg across the other, chest nice and high. Then lift the hips up, just rolling through those calf muscles backwards and forwards. And again, nice and slowly. From that position there, turn over onto the side. We're going to work through the perineals next. So again, forearm on the floor, hand on from there. We're just going to roll through the perineals backwards and forwards, just loosening off from there. Again, that side part of the leg. This is really common. Anybody who's got what's called pronation, which is internal rotation of the foot, this is a big one to loosen off. So backwards and forwards from there. So moving on, next one, the hips on the piriformis. So we're going to sit on the foam roll from here. We're going to take that left hand down towards the floor, take the left leg across the right knee, chest nice and high, and then I'm just going to turn onto the side of the hip. I'm looking for that little sore spot. I'm just going to roll backwards and forwards through that area from there. And again, working through both sides. So last couple in this sequence, we're going to work through the lat muscles. So again, this is just the fleshy part underneath the arm here. So I'm going to do sitting really high in the arm, just going to roll through backwards and forwards, loosening off those hip flexors. Lats, should I say. Okay, good, relaxing, last one. So arms across the back, then we're going to lift those hips up, rolling up to the top of the head, and then from there we're going to roll through to the midline of the back, and then back through. So we're just getting right up to the top of the back, and then back through, loosening off those back muscles. And then relax that, pull that. So that's our basic sequence, what we get in our induction session. So give it a go guys, and feel free to ask any questions.